First round of games from Germany have turned up. Let's take a look at them. Also, a unique idea that might actually work. Let's find out what it is. Welcome to PS Too Many Games.
PS Too Many Games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS Too Many Games, the channel that gives their own opinions. For instance, Final Fantasy IX is better than Final Fantasy VII. Fight me on that one.
Hey you, let's fight! Them's fighting words.
But seriously, welcome to PS Too Many Games. Quite an interesting episode this week. We're going to talk about new strategies, games I've bought from Germany, and a lot I bought from another fan, which will be coming up next episode, which hopefully will be turning up today, the date of recording. I'm recording this on Thursday, the 21st of March, for full clarity. This actually might come out later today, depending on how fast I can edit this. I wonder if I can do it. We shall find out later.
You failed!
Just a couple of things to sweep up from the last episode. Great LCX did prove quite eventful again. I finally got a postman patch that really made my day because it was so hard to find that game. Well, I say so hard. Dan had it for a long time, but I just found it in the wild, so it's like, get it now. It's been a good week for me personally. Speak to a lot more people online, a lot more collectors in my Discord and others. When you meet other collectors, it's always fun talking about stories and like exchanging viewpoints. And the majority of us really love games. Long story short, over the last month I'm getting a lot more communication with a lot of people who watch this channel. Thank you once again. Give me suggestions, either saying like, I've got this stuff, would you like to buy it, / would you like to buy it, kind of thing. One of the people who've been watching this for a long time, I'm not going to use his YouTube now, I'm going to use his like online name because I don't want to give real names out loud. We refer to this man as Davealicious. You know who you are, obviously. Made quite an interesting suggestion because Davealicious lives in Ireland. Now, for those of you who don't know geography, who don't live in the UK, Ireland's pretty much the island. It's literally the island next door to the UK. It might sound to me silly saying that, but there's a lot of people who don't get geography and understand that. Anyway, long story short, because obviously they have CEXs in Ireland, just like we do, and obviously they speak English, just like we do. He made a suggestion, why don't you just buy some games from Ireland, and he would be willing to ship them over to us in the UK. Which sounds stupid, but actually on the face of it, it's actually kind of unique, because I did, like, check the Irish CEX website. You can do it quite simply, just put Irish CEX in the Google, and the website will come up. And the differences in price between certain PS2 games from here and Ireland is either quite insulting or actually quite good. I'll just give you one example for the insulting ones. For instance, over here, buying Mortal Kombat Deception would cost you £10 in Britain. In Ireland, obviously because they use euros, it would cost you €38. Now the exchange rate is about 1.12 to the pound. So every pound coin you have, you get 1.12 euros. So roughly, Mortal Kombat Deception in Ireland would cost £30 compared to the £10 it costs over here from the same company, just in different countries. That's ridiculous. The fact you have to pay 3 times as much for a certain game over in Ireland than in England / Great Britain, even though it's the exact same game, it's hilarious to me. But that goes both ways. There are certain games in Ireland that are significantly cheaper over there than they are over here. And some of the expensive games are actually cheaper over there than over here. And I also would factor in like delivery costs, like transporting costs, it would still be significantly cheaper. So at some point in the future, we're going to test this theory because my friend in Ireland's willing to do this. I'm gonna basically, I'm gonna ask him to buy a game. Obviously, I'll reimburse him the money, and then I'm gonna ask him to send it over here, and we're going to do at some point a CX roulette from Ireland, and it'll be the exact same game we get in Great Britain, just from Ireland and significantly cheaper. And I do have a game in mind. I just got to find the time and the place to buy it on Irish website. You know what I mean. But what I've also learned is, I don't know if they have updated the RF website yet, but the rarity section in our our website, it's not in Ireland yet. They're still pricing them as just PS2 games. And let's just say the price difference in some of the expensive games is noticeably cheaper. So that is a new avenue I actually might start using quite a lot of if it actually works. But obviously it's just a theory. A game theory! sorry. I used to love game theory, so yeah. Anyway, so that's just a theory I'm gonna try once and see if it works, see if it actually makes sense. But at one point in the future I'm gonna go in like price comparison to like Irish prices and English prices, because they're all so different. For instance, the Bible game for PS2, which is like 40-50 quid over here, it's like 70 euros over there. Significantly worth more over there because Ireland as a country are significantly more religious than Great Britain is as a conglomerate of 4 countries, except Northern Ireland obviously. That's just a fact. You can, for those who are religious, very good, but when you look at Great Britain as a whole, the religion's not that strong here as it is in Ireland. That's simply the truth. That's just, I have nothing for or against that opinion, it's just that's the way it is. So maybe that's the reason Bible games is more expensive in Ireland than over here. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial, then we're going to open all 3 of these. They all came singular. Obviously the other side is my address. I'm not going to show that on the camera. That would be really stupid. So we're going to throw into another commercial break. I'm probably not going to do Rick Mail this week. I've probably got 3 more I can do, but we're going to change it up a little. I'm getting a bit Rick Mail heavy. I fully understand that. I like the guy, so I will find something unique. Probably something PS2 related this time, but I did adverts that I actually enjoy myself. So I will see you on the other side.
Yo, listen up. We will not live in a 2-dimensional world.
We won't go in one direction
or seek where we can say.
We will walk through walls. We will take a look around us.
We will not be confined.
We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight.
We will experience true freedom.
We will not compromise.
We will live the game through our hands.
We will be in control of something.
We will change the system.
Shablagoo, and we are back once again. Welcome back to the episode. In all seriousness, welcome back. So, we have 3 packages. Okay. From, there we go, that's how you spell it, Momax. Momax UK, they're an eBay site. eBay the hell out of them, you might find something significantly cheaper in Germany. I will be, depending on the quality of these games, I will be buying from them again. But as for those who watch the list episode from 2 weeks, there are certain games that either are very hard to find in Great Britain, or they're just games that never came to Great Britain. So that's what this website's for. The obscure stuff like that. Hello guys, I had to cut the video out there because I had a delivery of the parcel I've been waiting for. It came by Parcel Force. Got into an argument with the delivery driver who didn't want to wait for me to sign a signature. I was only 30 seconds late. So he's only here for 30 seconds in a rush. Proceeded to come into my property without permission. And then after we told him to get out of my property, because he is a complete stranger, he threatened me and told me that we will be banned. So apparently I'm going to be banned from using Parcel Force because I would not allow Parcel Force postmen to enter my property willy-nilly. Just show courier drivers have some attitude. Seriously. So for anyone who's I don't think they legally can ban anyone from getting delivered to. I think Royal Mail legally have to deliver to you. But I've never ever had a problem with delivery drivers before. This guy just had an attitude problem, and yeah, I've just had the last 20 minutes to calm down, so morale's a bit down, I must be perfectly honest, but I will try to get it back into it. Also, I'm trying to sort the camera out right now because, yeah, so I've never been threatened by a postman before. And for full context, I wasn't rude. I was still stunned by what happened. I I got some bad luck with some like strangers. Strangers just seem to have issues with either doing their job or just not trying to be complete. Well, I'm just going to say complete assholes. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back on track. So, 3 parcels from Germany, all from Momax. You saw in the last. We're going to go through one by one. I don't know which one's which. I know I ordered, so we're just going to go through literally one by one, as I said. If these prove to be actually in good condition, I'll be using this a lot because they've got a lot of games that it's very hard to find in Great Britain. So this is the first one I bought from Germany. The reason I bought this from Germany because it's only like 25%. This costs like 25% of what it should cost in Great Britain, CEX wise. So Cars Race-O-Rama. For full disclosure, this is the last of the 3 car games I need. The most expensive, I think you're going to pay like 16 to 18 quid at a CX for this game. I don't know why it's so goddamn expensive, but it is. But I got this for 4 quid. And it actually seems to be in decent condition. I can change the case. The inlay is obviously good. Yep, the inside is good. Comes with a manual, good. Disc is not terrible. Oh my goodness. I've seen worse, I've seen better, so I will keep it because I'm not really going to play this. It's one of those discs where it looks worse. If I give it a proper clean, it actually probably will be good condition. So to be honest, I'm going to keep this because I don't want to pay £18 for a cars game, and a game which I'm most likely never really going to play, but I own, and this looks like it will play. So that's a win. £4, yeah, that's a win. So I'm back. I gave it a basic good clean, and it's so much better. So yeah, it was just the way it was left. So it's in good condition. We're going that one. So that's a win because I'm not going to play that game. Parcel number 2. Now these games, the next 2, they're not really as cheap as you could get them for the same price in this country, but they're games hard to find and games I don't want to buy in public. Right, this one actually I don't mind buying in public. Here we go. RTL Biathlon. Now, there's like 3 or 4 Biathlon RTL games. Only one of them you can buy in this country on CEX. RTL, I believe, are a sporting channel in Europe, so we don't get it over here. Obviously, that's how they record them. But once again, it's a winter sports game. I actually am a reasonably good fan of biathlon. I find it impressive how they can do cross country and shooting in the same sport. So we're just going to spice a little bit here. This is how you do biathlon.
Simon Eder hatte sich ja einen im Liegenschießen geleistet. Das war wieder eine dieser.
And this is how not to do biathlon.
Okay, fully automatic. Eat lead! Olympic target. Oh yeah.
Staggeringly, I'd missed the lot.
So basically, take a rifle, not a heavy-duty machine gun. I used to love Top Gear back in the day. Then Jeremy Clarkson assaulted a person and got cancelled. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Anyway, it's a game. You know, it's hilarious. I got this from Germany, right? The inlay looks clean as hell. In English, writing. Comes with a manual. Let's have a look at the disc here. The disc actually is in amazing condition. Like excellent. So yeah, I'm starting to like Momax quite a bit actually. That's 2 games that would be very. I would have found cars over here at some point, but it was so cheap. It was like just buy the German version. It comes in English. My rule of thumb was simple. If I can play in English and it was got English-speaking cutscenes, I'm in. I know there's some games where it's like Japanese. Oh, while I'm here, I've been wanting to say this some time. The original Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Now, maybe I would have had a weird copy, but my original copy, when in Europe, it was automatically set on the Japanese sub. So the cutscenes were all in Japanese with the original voice actors. Consequently, I thought that was what the original game was all about. obviously many years later I find out the Americans had the dub version, the actual English actors. So I'm not quite sure if A, the game actually had a dub version but it was set on sub for some reason, or B, Europe got the Japanese version and we didn't get the dub actors. Because Budokai 2 and 3 have the dub actors. If anyone could like clarify that for me, that would be great. Because it's one of those questions I've always wanted to ask but haven't bothered to Google. Anyway, let's go to the last game. You know, if I could like buy more and bundle where they can bag them, but they sell them singly, obviously get a little more. And by it's free posting, by the way. Free posting from Germany. And he's got her in 3 days. Consequently, that Parcel Force parcel that got posted from Wales got her in 4 days. And they wonder why Parcel Force is a laughing stock. Right, this one is the game that actually is the one I've ordered the most and wanted. Okay, you know, I clipped the club football games, and I mentioned that the foreign games are going to be hard to find. The one for Germany that's going to be very hard to find would be this one, Hamburg. For those of you who wondered, Hamburg, not like the Hamburg aren't like a top elite German clubs, but they're like not so much top tier, like mid tier kind of thing. When you think of German clubs, you think Bayern Munich, you think Dortmund, Schalke. Schalke used to be good, they're now the craps. But Bayern Leverkusen, Wolfsburg when they were good. You don't really think Hamburg's like below them. So back in the PS2 days when they had like 3 German games, it was Bayern Munich, Dortmund, and Hamburg. So this is the rarest one, or as they call them, Handburger. So to get this for a good price from the Germans is quite good, because obviously in Germany they're going to have more copies of it than we will. So this is a massive win. It might not seem like it, but it does. Once again, comes with manual. The disc is in reasonably good condition again. Few minor scratches, but it will play. It will definitely play. Once again, obviously the back is in German because this was made for the Germans, because obviously they're a German club from Germany. I can't emphasise enough the word German there. So that's 3 games that I've imported that I actually need that will go in the collection. I'm going to import more from Momax UK because there's quite a few more games that I need. Most of them games I probably can't buy. There's one especially that's on my list that only comes from Germany, and they've got it on the website, so I'm probably going to buy that. So you will see another episode of German imports. But I'm actually kind of strangely happy with this. Once again, this was suggested by Dan the Dude. Thank you once again for suggesting this eBay site, because it's worked a massive treat. And I will most likely be using the Irish stratagem for certain games to see if I get them significantly cheaper. If it works, it will be fantastic, because I must be honest, I resent CX at the moment for their massive rarities price increases, and for the first time while doing this channel, it has actually gotten me, morale went down. Like, I actually thought the first time it was actually possible to do this. I've been very optimistic going into this, and I still think it is, but for the first time after that price increase, I realised it's going to cost me another 4 figures just to collect them because of CEX's prices. One company's price increases have made my task harder. Wunderbar! Wunderbar! God. Obviously, one last note for those who haven't noticed, I've actually updated the games. I try to do like 30 or 40 at a time. I don't like to. It's like, why don't you just do it when you buy them? Because moving these shelves, it's a pisser. I'd rather do it in one go. Give me take an hour, do it. So as you can see, if I break it down, we've gone from 1403 to 1437. I really need to like get a good cloth for this. So we're getting there. So at the moment we're averaging between 20 and 30 games a month, which actually is good pace considering it's getting hard to find some of these games. Last year it would have been like 40 to 50, but since the start of this channel, since last February, we have found close to 400 games, which is not bad considering we're finding some obscure stuff. A lot of the games we have found are expensive. Obviously I've changed the rack again, I've put them up there for context. So this was one of the original shelves. Obviously the white ones over to my left are the new ones, but basically when I build new shelves, which I'm going to buy this wood from B&Q because it's thick, and if you notice, apart from my poor like lineups, it is perfectly horizontal. The only issue with this wood is when you're screwing it in, it does crack. And it looks a bit nasty, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you can see the cracks in all corners here. This is just, that's purely screws and nails. Once I learn how to, like, do it properly and make it look sleek, I'll probably be using this wood more. So that's the plan. If we just scroll back, you know, in all seriousness, last year, one of the best things I bought was this rotating camera stand. It really has made my life easier. Do you know what I used to do? I used to just get like 10 blue cases of PS2s, like cases, stack the camera on there, and I used to use this copy of Game Track as like a leverage to lean the camera on, and actually used to work pretty well. I actually do spend some money on like better things for this channel. I really do. The best thing's happened to me in the last 2 months is getting a new phone. So I had my new contract, new upgrade. The old phone was getting old really badly. For instance, now because the sound quality of this phone's so good, I don't have to use microphones anymore, which is a massive win. Because using microphones got to a point where some episodes will be better than others. When the sound of this should be roughly the same every time now, which is always a positive, massive positive. But as I say, now 1437, and we are getting there slowly. Next episode is going to be platinum related. Let's just say I made a buy, and it's a good buy. God, that was a terrible pun. Anyway, so speaking of good buys, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. So platinum episode coming up. There'll be some kind of peripheral coming up soon when I decide what I'm going to do. No CES, I'll do another price increase in next month because they can get away with it, so there'll be another speech on that one. But once again, the Irish strategy is going to probably happen at least once to see if I like it. Buying games from Germany, the cheap, like obscure games, is actually a good decision I've made. Thank you once again, Dan. Thank you once again, Dan the dude. Oh god. Sometimes I leave my mistakes in because they're real. You can't hide everything. I mean, like my bald spot, you can't hide it. It's just going to happen. For full context, when the hair starts going down the middle, I'm just going to shave bald. I'm not doing that. I will look significantly older when that happens, but I'm not going to be that guy who like try to comb over. It's just like I got hair going forward. It's middle. It's like, yeah, it's just the way it's going to happen. I've got to embrace it. You can't. I hate people who like dye their hair like darker and like I'm not getting older. It's like, yes you are. You're just making it much more obvious. And for those, some people can pull off wigs, and some people's wigs are atrocious. Yeah, I don't want to wear a wig ever in my life, so it's just gonna be bald. This is just some of the thoughts in my mind right now. Anyway, we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.